Hey, good afternoon. Hope everybody doing well. Hope all is well with everybody. Just wanted to come on here while I'm back home, back in the great state of Alabama, um, and back home in Uniontown. Want to come on here and talk about Perry County Jail. Give an update. I know I made a post about 2 days ago in reference to a timeline about the Perry County Jail, and what I want to discuss on here, the conversation that I wanted to have, and what I want to discuss is about funding. There are some things as far as with, I know in May of 2021, Perry County Commissioner Chairman announced that they received $200,000. It was announced from the Governor Kay Ivey. The Office of the Governor announced that they received, I think it was a DECA grant. Or it was, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was an ADECA grant. They got $200,000 for COVID. It was in response to put in a COVID treatment area for the inmates at the James Hood Detention Center in Perry County. And then the next year in 2022, it was announced that they received $600,000 to make upgrades to the jail. So that's a total of, since 2021, they've received $800,000 to do upgrades to the jail. Now, fast forward, earlier this year in September, they had a young man escape, and it was announced that there was some damage to be done, and it was Albert Turner announced that there was $1,500 in repairs to be completed. Got it. As of right now, there's no known repairs. I did see on another post that under the Albert Turner Facebook page, because, I'm saying his Facebook page because, he makes the statement that his Facebook page is managed by somebody under the initials of SM. So, but that's still his Facebook page. But he announced that there was some delays from the contractor to do the repairs. And my question is, with that, if it costs $1,500, estimated $1,500 to do the repairs that he announced, why is it delays for $1,500 worth of work? And why are there logistics, supply chain issues as far as with delays for that in September for $1,500 for a jail that the county is paying Coleman and I believe Bibb County? They're paying them to house the prisoners, roughly 14 prisoners. Now, the question that I wanted to bring up and what I wanted to discuss, and I want people to take, like I said, you can go back and you can reference. I made a post 2 days ago in reference to the Perry County Jail and the money, so people can see in chronological order of the timeline of what happened. So they got 2021, they received $200,000 for COVID. They were supposed to do a COVID area. From information that's been provided to me, there's no COVID area in the jail. And the $600,000 where they said that they were going to do upgrades to it, the cameras, they're going to hire more employees, hire a nurse. Was confirmed that they do have a part-time nurse working there. But all the other things, I think that, if I'm not mistaken, only thing that they did was paint. And they received $600,000 to do upgrades to it, right? The question that comes in is, where can the people in Perry County go and see an expenditure report on what was actually spent, an itemized report on what was actually spent, so people can see, okay, if we got $800,000, if we got $200,000 to do an upgrade to the COVID, where is the COVID treatment thing, and where's the itemized list of costs, so the people can see this is where the money is spent. Right? This is why I bring this up, so people can really look at it, because this is the reason why. They are so used to people not asking these questions. This is not personal. It's you saying you're receiving this money. Where's the itemized list, so people can go and look at it? So when people go and look at it, they can say, okay, that makes sense. That right there lines up, right? It lines up. But they like to play in people's face. Like I'm down here in Uniontown, and I went down to Cedar Bluff Road, and they got a Rebuild Alabama sign up. That money right there, whatever money that they're using, that money is not from the Rebuild Alabama Act. That's not from that act, right? I just put that up. That's a political ploy to put that up there right? To put that up there so that they can play like they got all of these connections. Like, no, just be honest with the people. If you get money, put it up there where the people can make it public record so people can go look it up, right? I'm just telling you right now, I can go and look up certain things because all of this stuff is public record. It is, you can go and look it up and stuff just don't add up. Stuff don't add up, right? And if our financial statements was in order, we would be open to a lot of other things. But the problem is we got elected officials that don't tell people the truth. They don't. They just throw stuff out there, throw numbers out there. I'm just telling you, man, like, I want the people to wake up and see things for themselves. That jail, they got $800,000 for the jail since 2021. Where are the improvements? Seriously, where are the improvements? Like, we have to look at it. I got some videos coming that I traveled some of the county roads. Some of these county roads got repaired and a few years ago, and you hire people that don't even have the experience. That's all I'm saying. And the reason why I will continue to do what I'm doing is because I want to raise awareness and I want people to see for their own eyes, right? This is not something, and demand better from these people. That's all I'm saying. Because as long as people are comfortable with you, as long as they feel that they can continue to lie to your face, they will. They will continue to lie to your face. At the end of the day, if I'm concerned, I know there's a lot of people concerned. Where can people see where the money has gone? You say you got in $200,000 for a COVID unit. Is there a COVID unit in the jail cell? I mean, in the jail, in the James Hood Detention Center in Perry County. Is there a COVID treatment area? Because you received $200,000 from Governor Kay Ivey. Where is the proof? Right? And then where is the proof and the receipts from the $600,000 that you received in 2022 to make upgrades to the jail? And I recently saw another post that we was talking about Perry County received $500,000 or in line to receive $500,000 from the Alabama Department of was it parole? Department of Detention and Parole, one of those departments. I can't I want to make sure I stand corrected on it, but it was one of those departments. But when I go and look it up and I go and look online and I go and look it up just to see and verify, because I know lies be told, I can't find anything specifically for it. And what the information said is that organization, they write grants and they do have some grants, but they typically don't give the funding directly to municipalities and the cities. So if there's an issue with like providing support to, just say you need mental health, you want to provide mental health capabilities to your jail, they will write a grant on your behalf and then you would get the funding to do that. But people like to announce this because people haven't been asking these questions. So and the reason why that post was, it was on the Albert Turner page. He had a picture of him and Robert Turner standing together. And he was talking about how since Roy Fikes was announced as the sheriff, how they have stepped their game up as far as we're holding people accountable for traffic violations and things. And they needed more equipment like cameras and all of those things. And that was just announced earlier this year. But my question is, 4 years ago in 2022, you got $600,000 that you said you was doing something for the sheriff department. So what was done with that money? Y'all see, I just want people to understand, because this is the ploy. And I want people to wake up. The ploy is, I'm going to throw all of these numbers out there, give you all of these promises, and people never see the tangible results from it. They just see the same old, to give you the illusion that stuff is actually being done. That's what I'm talking about. And my thing is, I could care less about politics. What I do care about is accountability and holding people accountable. In the area where we're from, we should see the tangible results because we deserve better. And it's not the same old. We deserve better. And that's all that is all I'm talking about. And for people who are upset with Me talking about it, I mean, you can be upset. God bless you. They ain't going to change nothing. But again, where am I lying at? If I am lying, provide me information. Please, you can DM me. You can reach out to me. I will talk to you. And if you provide me verifiable information that I was wrong, I will come back on here as loudly as I'm holding people accountable. I will come back and say I was wrong. I misspoke. But the question is, there's nowhere where we can go and see evidence, not even evidence, nowhere we can go and people can see for themselves, hey, this is, there's no transparency. It's all word salad. It's all rhetoric. It's all rhetoric. And this is the thing. And the reason why I am being loud, I'm being loud too, because we're coming up on the election, period for certain people. And I want the people to be informed because these folks ain't gonna do nothing but continue to lie. They're gonna continue to lie. And I want us to think about that. Think about that. Look at where we at. And this is the thing. We can have better. We just got to hold these people accountable. There's a lot of resources that come to our area, but there's a lot of resources that don't, because there's a lot of people who are willing to help that don't want to help because they don't trust the people that's in charge. Period. I'm telling you, they don't trust the people that are in charge. And the people that represents us, a lot of those people that represents us, it's not good. We got a lot of people from our area that are in very influential positions. But what happens is, because they hold grudges, right, they will knowingly withhold certain things out of spite because they may disagree with somebody. Instead of, oh, what we doing for overall, what are we doing to make things better overall for the community? All right. But these same folks come around during election time and they come to you talking about voting straight ticket. They come to you. They want to come to your church. They want to stand up in front of you. And then a lot of them, what they do is, you know, behind the scenes, then they try to get people, influence people to vote a certain way. And then, you know, they offer certain kickbacks, allegedly offer certain kickbacks with voting, with votes and all that stuff. But I want people to sit back and take a look at it. For the years that the people that know exactly what I'm talking about, for all the allegations, for the over and over and over again, the cases for this, as far as with that, what results are we seeing from it? Right? And it's not a race thing. I want people to understand that it's not a race thing. You know why I say that? Because in the area where I'm talking about in Perry County, in Uniontown, what, 95% of the population, over 80% of the population is African American. Majority of all those people in elected positions are African Americans. So we can't sit around and cry to race things. Now we want to cry Republicans and Democrats. We can try that again, but really what it boils down to, incompetency. And not only incompetency, is self-serving people that have self-serving principles. And they look out for the best interests of themselves and not make decisions for the best interests of the community. And that's the thing that I'm talking about. That's right there what I will continue to advocate for. But back to the Perry County Jail, they received $800,000 since 2021. That's been another promise of $500,000, right, that go towards that. So, and in total, a promise of $1.3 million. Do we have COVID for the $200,000? Is there a COVID treatment area in the jail? That's for the $200,000. For the other 600 or 1.1 million, what real upgrades that we've seen? Got it? We got new cruisers. If we got new body cameras, if we got all of those stuff, great, right? But outside of the announcement, my question is, where are the results? And that's all I'm asking. That's all the people should ask. That's all the people should look at. If we're spending all of this money, or we're saying we're getting all this money, where are the results? Can we see them? And if people can see the results, then people will be more confident into the words that's being said, instead of what has traditionally happened. People are trusting people, and these people should not be trustworthy because they don't follow up and you don't see the results of it. Right? And I'm just telling you, if the duck was in a row, there wouldn't be no issue. We can look at examples across the state of Alabama. We can look, I've seen certain places, been certain places. When I go back home to Georgia, when I drive through, the multiple small towns that I drive through in Georgia and Alabama, and you see they don't have the infrastructure issues that we have. Yeah, I just want people to sit down and think about it. I want people to, like, this is not funny. This is real life. What's going on in Marion right now with their water, the stuff that's going on in Marion is comparable to what went on in Flint, Michigan. The water in Flint, Michigan. There's still people dealing today. They still have brown water in Marion. Right? That water system in Marion, this didn't just happen this year. This just happened over the last few years. It's been a chronic issue that you had leaders that continue to put a Band-Aid on things. We need people that's going to, like, not only just, listen, this is not, and I want people, this is not putting a trust in a singular individual, because no person is a savior. Community, we have to, as a community, to sit back and say, you know what, we deserve better. So we're gonna demand that the people who have been entrusted to represent us do right by us, be honest with us, don't look down on us, and don't take us for granted. Just being honest with you. Accountability feels like an attack to those who don't want to be held accountable. And the only thing that I'm asking is simple questions. If you say that you got $800,000, where are the tangible results? Especially if it's going directly to the Perry County, the James Hood Detention Center. So did you just paint? Did it cost $600,000 to just paint the jail? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, it's so much stuff. It's so much. It's so much stuff. It's so much stuff, and that is just a lot. It's a lot, and as people continue to realize that, you know, you could do whatever you want to with the information, but my thing is I want people to think better, because, like I said, from day one, love being where I'm from, very proud of being where I'm from, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done better. It's not a singular person's gonna come in and be a knight in shining armor or riding in on a white horse. No. But collectively, I want the people to be informed so people aren't told and lied to, continuously lied to. I also want the people to understand that at the end of the day, we are the ones who hold the elected official works for you, works for the people. It's not the other way around. It's not the other way around. And I don't care what people say, right? Don't be afraid. And one thing that a lot of people reached out, and some people had asked me, am I concerned for my safety for me speaking out about certain things? And I've never said anything personal. I never made any accusation on anybody. I provide information, right? But what I would do is, there's some things that just don't make sense. And when you sit down and look at it, you have a logical approach to it, things don't add up. It don't. It just don't. And like, there's a lot of things that you can find, but the reason why people don't want you to be informed is because they want to mislead you, right? If somebody is advocating against you not being informed, or doing everything they can to keep you not being able to verify the information, they want to mislead you. And if they didn't want to mislead you, then your question comes is, why aren't you being transparent? Why aren't you being transparent? You know, you watch people. People will try to control the narrative and put out to you what they want you to know. But then when you ask questions, they will try to paint you as you're a troublemaker. And you're just asking simple questions. 2 + 2 is 4. When you try to tell me 5, I'm kind of looking like, it don't make any sense. So, again, hold people accountable. And for $800,000, what tangible work have been done at the jail in the last 4 years? $800,000. What tangible work has been done? Right? Who got the contract? Right? And then why, since September, and if you said there was only an estimated $1,500 in work done, Why is there supply delays for supplies to get those repairs done? Do you? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. $1,500. Yeah, for $1,500, that's not even a requirement to do a open bid. You can get somebody to go in there. But okay, you needed 2 months delay for supply. What supplies you getting? Are they coming from China? I mean, because shoot, you can order stuff on Shein and TikTok and other places that come in and have to go through customs and all that. They get here before then. That's the stuff that I'm trying to tell. I want us to see. And it's the same old playbook that people be like, oh, okay, because they play on the fact that they don't think you would know. And that's why I'm dedicated to finding information and try to put it out to the point to where people can understand it so we can see it. Because I see a lot of the stuff that they do. And I just say this, we deserve better. Stop letting people play in our faces. Stop letting people piss on us and call it rain. Just stop them telling you, because the more you stay engaged, the more we hold these people accountable, the more you will see that, wait a minute. And this is the thing, and I'm going to get off. We have recycled the same people in leadership positions over the last 20, 30 years. Think about it. We have recycled it. And I want y'all to think about it. Look at this, the people that's been on the county commissions, the mayor, city council, at the state level. It's been the same core people. The same core people who's been career politicians. And steadily, we've seen our population decline. We've seen our infrastructure decline. We've seen jobs leaving. We've seen industry leaving. We've seen the poverty level staying or even getting worse. We've seen all of this stuff. But yet and still, when election time come around, people run up in your face. And because somebody may have gotten your light bill paid or helped you out with one thing, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like, you got to ask the question, hey, what's the plan for our county? What's the plan for the city over the next years, the next 2 years? What is the strategic level thinking that we can do? Hey, what are some of the grants that we can qualify for? Oh, wait a minute. You got to have an audit to qualify for a lot of these grants. You got to have a financial statement plan, or you got to have all of this stuff done. Oh, I don't have it done. Oh, so that's why. But ain't that part of the job? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So as we continue, Perry County Jail, where's the results of the $800,000? Is there a COVID treatment area? Right? Is there a COVID treatment area? Did you do more than just paint and hire a nurse for the $600,000 that you received in 2022? Right? Don't just throw word salad out there, because I would tell you that's what people love to do. And the same thing about it is when a person lies so much that they believe their own lies, that they think they get to a point to where they're really untouchable and nobody can touch them. But at the end of the day, nobody is untouchable. At the end of the day, the truth is the truth. At the end of the day, facts are facts, right? No matter how you try to mislead and twist it, right, and spin it, right? The truth is the truth. You can the truth always will stand 10 toes down. Don't lie to the people. Don't do things as a political stunt. Don't do that, right? Do things because it's supposed to be done. Stop lying and try to tie stuff into it. Cedar Bluff Road, that ain't no Rebuild Alabama project. It's not. The last project they put in for a Rebuild Alabama project was in, what, 2021 or 2022? It's done in 2026. So why you just throw that up there? A few days after I make a post about Cedar Bluff Road being used as a political football. Now y'all put up signs about road work and end work, end road work here and boom. And like, that's political theater. And I'm just telling you, that's political theater, because it's always been tied to. And for all of these people that are Commissioner Lewis, who's claimed to be the chairman, and you can see all of this. Albert supported Commissioner Lewis to be the mayor. Then he supported him when he became the chairman because he supported him, Commissioner Lewis, to run against Cedric Hudson. And he was successful in supporting him and defeating Cedric Hudson. And he had Barbara House, Commissioner House, to run against Ben Eaton. And she successfully won that district they was in. He had an issue with Eaton. He had an issue with Ben Eaton because Ben Eaton did a lot of work with the EPA and all of that stuff, the environmental stuff, when the landfill came. He had an issue with Cedric because they were, while they was on the council, they would bring up a lot of money. I mean, a lot of questions about certain things and how they have it voted. They got three districts, really 4 districts are predominantly, that's a whole nother conversation, but 4 districts in Perry County predominant in the Marion area and 1 predominant in the Uniontown area. So they used to always vote 3-2. And my thing that I told former Commissioner Hudson was, I said, what you failed to do was you failed to come and talk directly to the people and explain to the people why certain things was done, right? And the reason why I say that is because Albert Turner always spun it as if they was the one voting against it. Prime example, the storm shelters that were placed around. One of the storm shelters is right down the road. I'm literally a block and a half from the storm shelter, right behind RC Hatch, the old gym. They didn't have enough storm shelters to put throughout one in each district. They had enough to do like 3 or 4. And if I'm not mistaken, Commissioner Eaton and Commissioner Hudson wanted to come in and do a survey to figure out what was the best areas to put the areas with the most threats and put those storm shelters so that at least they can put the money that they had to put the 3 down in the most areas that's the most impacted until they can get additional funding to put at least one in each district. But when they voted on it, they was with Tony Long and the other guy that's in Marion, Harrison, Brent Harrison, always used to vote with Albert Turner. And so they have a 3-2 vote, majority vote. So they'll vote against it to put it at the places that they put it. But then it will be put out as if Commissioner Eaton and Commissioner Hudson didn't want those storm shelters to come in, but that wasn't the truth. That's the deception that I'm talking about. So that's why I take time, because I got time. I take time to show what the truth is behind it and how people like to manipulate the people. That's all I'm saying. And you know what the funny thing is? Most of the people that I've seen to have objection to what I'm saying are people who have benefited from being connected to these people that's been in position of control, position of influence. They have benefited in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They know what's going on. But because they want the perceived sense of connection, and these people want a perceived sense of privilege and prestige in Uniontown, in Perry County, in Marion, they continue to support these people that continue with the foolishness. Right? I will tell y'all, man, this thing is crazy. This thing is crazy, but I will continue to provide as much information as I can, as I find stuff, as I look stuff, as I research things so that people can be enlightened and see it. That's all. You can disagree with me. Cool. I ain't losing no sleep over that. But again, if there's anything that I've said that was wrong or that I put out that was wrong, if you can provide me with the actual verifiable evidence that I can go and see it myself, I will come back on and 100% admit that I was wrong. I will do it. And I've said it over and over, and I will continue to echo that. But at the end of the day, where did I lie? Where did I lie? Where did I lie? And think about it. We deserve better. We deserve better. If you do right, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Right? But I just asked this question, right? Why can't we do audits in Perry County? Why can't we do it at the county level? Why can't we do audits in Marion? Why can't we do audits in Uniontown? Why? Why can't we do that? Why can't the cities have a budget that's public information? You see what I'm saying? Why? What is being hidden? What happened to that $600,000 that was given in a grant that was controlled by the county? Former Sheriff Billy Jones announced it, but everything that was done was controlled by the county. What happened to them $600,000? Where only thing that has been basically been confirmed is they painted the building. What else they did? Did they do any other upgrades? Because what was said in the article that was shared, if you go back to my post 2 days ago, what was shared in that, and I shared a link to Albert Turner page that he announced that former Sheriff Billy Jones announced that the improvements was going to basically improve the security of the prison so prisoners can't escape. But you fast forward 3 years later, in September, prisoner escaped. They apprehend him the next day, but allegedly there's a picture of him knocking a hole in the wall, and they say he escaped through the wall, which caused questions right there. But what happened to the $600,000? What happened to the $200,000 for COVID treatment areas that I've been informed that there's no COVID treatment areas in the jail? Now I wonder what the response will be on this one. Prove me wrong, please. Prove me wrong. Not even me. Show the people that there's the work that's been done, and I will gladly celebrate it. But let's just stop saying we get money and people don't see no difference. They don't see the tangible results from it. Like, it's just, we got to stop that, man. We have to stop. Stop accepting it, because it's way better out there. Tell you go to these other places, they have their issues, but they don't have the infrastructure issues that we have. They don't. Right? And the sad thing is we got people who've been elected multiple terms that still don't really have a clue on what their job is and what their responsibilities are. In Alabama, the League of Municipalities, they have a certification program that they've had at the state level since 1994 that you can get certified. That as of January the 1st, 2025, it was mandatory that every city council and every mayor do 10 hours of training. But we still got these same folks who every month they cash them checks that they get serving in positions. But what are they doing? All of this stuff I'm doing on my own time, finding out what the actual laws say. But you got people that's elected and they act like they don't know what they're doing. And they get reelected. And what it looks like is a lot of these people are just treating it as supplemental income that can pay a bill or two. But they have no desire to actually bring action and bring results. Just look at that. And once we start looking at that, we'll realize it and it'll start to make sense. But man, you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Stay informed. Hey, ask questions. And I would tell you, stop letting people tell you. Listen, you can tell me whatever. Show me where I can go read it myself. I can go read it myself. Because people will say a lot of stuff, throw all of these numbers out there, but have never provided you. This is where you can go see it for yourself. Never. It has never been provided for you. And I get it. I get it from a political standpoint. I get it. But at the end of the day, if you ain't got nothing to hide, tell the truth. It said, tell the truth, shame the devil. You guys have a blessed day.